Good morning, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Smiley. Hi, I hope you're having a good day. We're going to do something just a little bit different today. I'm going to read you two stories. And the first story is just a listening story. You can lay on the floor and close your eyes and just listen to the story. I'm not going to show you pictures. I'm just going to read it to you, kind of like when I read the Junie B books and we're just really good listeners and we enjoy a story in a little different way. So our first story is going to be a listening story. And the second story is going to be a picture book. So it's going to be a story that has pictures that you can look at when I read the story. Now, what we're going to do when we're all done and I read the first story and the second story is we're going to compare them and see how these two stories are alike. What is the same about them? And then we're also going to look at the two stories and say, well, wait a minute. What's different about these two stories? What are the things that are not the same about these two stories? So it's going to be kind of fun. So we're going to compare them and we're going to contrast them. We've done this before at school, so we're going to say, what is the same about them? Wait a minute, what is different about them? Okay, and I think you're really going to enjoy both of these stories. Now, the first story I'm going to read to you is an Aesop Fable. Now, Aesop was a man who lived hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and he wrote stories to teach boys and girls and people lessons. So he wrote the story, and it's called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. And I hope you really enjoy it. Okay, so this is your listening story. So get your listening ears on and get comfortable. Okay, here we go. The Boy Who Cried Wolf. There once was a shepherd boy who was bored when he sat on the hillside watching the village sheep. To his amusement, he took a great breath and he sang out, "Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep." The villagers came running up the hillside to the boy to help him drive the wolf away. But when they arrived at the top of the hill, they found there was no wolf. The boy laughed, ha ha ha, at the sight of their angry faces. "Don't cry wolf, shepherd boy, when there is no wolf." They went grumbling back down the hillside. Later, the boy sang out again, "Wolf, wolf, the wolf is chasing the sheep." To his naughty delight, he watched the villagers run up the hill again to help drive the wolf away. When the villagers saw that there was no wolf, they sternly said, "Save your frightened song for when something really does go wrong. Don't cry wolf when there is no wolf." But the boy, he just grinned. That wasn't very nice, was it? And he watched them go grumbling down the hill once more. Later, he saw a real wolf prowling around his sheep, around his flock. Alarmed, he leapt to his feet and he sang out as loudly as he could, "Wolf! Wolf!" But the villagers thought he was just fooling them again, so they didn't come. At sunset, everyone wondered why the shepherd boy hadn't returned to the village with his sheep. When they went up the hill to find the boy, they found him crying and weeping. "There really was a wolf," he cried. "The flock scattered and ran away. I cried wolf," he said. "Why didn't you come?" An old man tried to comfort the boy as they walked back to the village. "We'll help you look for your sheep in the morning," he said, putting his arm around the boy. Nobody believes a liar, even when he's telling the truth. So think about that just for a second. Nobody believes a liar, even when he's telling the truth. So Aesop was trying to teach us a lesson in that story. So what do you think that was? What lesson was he trying to teach boys and girls and people who enjoyed his story. I think some of you got it. He's trying to teach us that not to lie. If someone lies all of the time, are people going to believe that boy or that girl when they do tell the truth? Probably not. Because if they lie all the time, then they probably just don't trust them anymore, do they? Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this story. And this story, again, was an Aesop Fable. It's hundreds of years old, but it's still a great story. And this story was called The Boy Who Cried Wolf. Okay, so in just a second, I'm going to read you the next story. I think you'll like that one too.